My name is Isabella Perez, Recreation Leader for the City of Socorro. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Before the meeting begins, we would like to remind our guests to remove all hats and silence all electronic devices. No disruptive behavior or outbursts will be tolerated, and violators are subject to ejection and possible prosecution.
Hola, mi nombre es Judy Rodríguez, secretaria de Planificación de la Ciudad de Socorro. Gracias por participar en la reunión de hoy. Antes de que comience la reunión, nos gustaría recordarles a nuestros invitados favor de quitarse los sombreros y silenciar todos los dispositivos electrónicos. No se tolerará ningún comportamiento perturbador ni exabrupto y los infractores estarán sujetos a expulsión y posible procesamiento.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the regular Socorro City Council meeting. Today's August 7th. I call this meeting to order at 6:01. Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence? We are happy to welcome our kids from Escontrillas and Campestre. Thank you. Let's wish this young man here a happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday. Establishment of quorum. Oh, let's give them certificates. Yes. Would you please come up? Laila Quijas. Stephanie Dominguez.
Maddox Gonzalez.
And Hendrix Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Item number 3, establishment of quorum. Ruben Reyes,
Here.
Alex Garcia,
Here.
Cesar Nevares, Mayor Pro Tem,
Here.
Gina Cordero. Here. And Irene Rojas.
Here.
Mayor Cruz is absent. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Yes. Next is public.
Public comment. We have one speaker, Margie Perez.
Ms. Margie.
Ms. Perez, you have 3 minutes.
It's that time of year again, where we start with our fundraiser. This is our first fundraiser. It's a car show that we're gonna do for the community for all the events in November and December. I would like to present you guys with a new patch for 2025.
Thank you, Margie.
Thank you so much for all the support that you've given us. Remember, we've been doing this for 23 years, since 2003, and it's for the whole community of Socorro. We've got 11 schools. We are looking for door prizes for this event. If anybody would like to help us, just get in touch with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Perez. We move on to agenda item number 5, presentation and update on the 89th State Legislative Session.
Good afternoon, Mayor Pro
Good
Tem,
afternoon.
Council. Rick Armendariz, one half of your lobby group with Forma. In the audience, I have Marisa Marquez, who's also part of Forma, and both of us represent the city of Socorro and Austin. We have done so for the last couple of years, and we have continued, thanks to have the opportunity to represent you all in Austin. Before I get into this presentation, I can tell you this session was really a very, very successful, if not the most successful session at the state level, at least, that the city of Socorro has. We'll get into some of those big wins a little bit later, but I can tell you, you all should really congratulate yourselves. You all put in the time, hard travel, represented the city very well in Austin this session, so congratulations.
Thank you.
We can go to slide 3. Trying to give a big overview of what this session really was about it's a couple of things, and really more than anything, this session was about the governor's agenda. Whether it was THC ban, property tax relief, school vouchers, whether or not you agree with those issues, the governor's agenda really had a big footprint during this session. A couple of interesting stats: nearly 8,000 House bills and Senate bills filed, only 1,213 bills passed. That's one of the lowest success rates or passage rate that we've seen in quite some time. The largest budget in Texas history, over $351 billion. That's something that also made this session historic. What does that mean for the city of Socorro? More opportunities, more funding, and really more tools or limitations, depending on which way you look at it, for city governance. Next slide, please. So what is the money story, the record investment in Texas? Again, the main budget, $338 billion. Big kind of chunk items there were property tax relief, water infrastructure investments, ongoing border security measures, and mental health programs in a variety of forms for our community. The supplemental bill, those are kind of all the other appropriations items that were not addressed in the main budget. There was additional water projects, additional education enhancements, and a lot of funding for emergency preparedness and fire suppression, natural disasters, that type of thing. Bottom line, a lot of these items in both the budget, the main budget and the appropriations, really align with the city of Socorro's needs. Next slide, please. So what are some of the major wins statewide? Number one, and again, this is depending on the way you look at this, homestead exemption increased from $100,000 to $140,000. There was an additional $60,000 exemption for seniors, $8.5 billion for public schools, $4 billion for teacher raises and HB2, school choice option vouchers, whatever you want to call them, through the education savings accounts. Those won't take place till next school year. There may be some lawsuits surrounding that as well. And border security coordination, new requirements for local law enforcement to cooperate with federal authorities in a variety of manners. Next slide, please. What didn't make it? Why do we care? I'm sure a lot of you have read the THC ban. There was a loophole when hemp products were allowed in Texas a couple of years ago. The governor was trying to close those some of the loopholes up, but still give regulatory authority. There was a very, very strong bill passed at the legislative level that the governor vetoed. They're revisiting it this special session. There was a state preemption bill that would have allowed the Attorney General to sue cities, municipalities for these, I guess, progressive policies, depending on which way you look at it. And then water infrastructure fees, there were some new fees that were being discussed that stalled and did not advance. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a lot of information here. We'll try to break it down here. Really, city-related regulatory changes, like I say, out of over 1,300 bills, it's a challenge to really highlight the bills that we feel impact you the most. But from the top, several bills that strengthen the local control. HB 21, housing finance corporations have to obtain city approval for certain developments. HB 3000, U-grant funding for ambulance services. That's part of the budget that we talked about a little bit earlier. HB 1912, solar credits. EPE has to justify rates and not raise them without justification. And HB 1458, which allows school districts to use City of Socorro Reserve police officers as security. There were some other measures that are more technical, raising bidding thresholds, competitive bidding thresholds to 100,000, open meeting notices requirements, preventing municipalities from regulating low-impact home-based businesses. Utilities are now able to serve areas removed from the city's ETJ jurisdiction, and the state also passed stricter oversight by imposing, I guess, this tiered penalty system for missed audit deadlines and capping severance payments for 20 weeks and then not being able to enforce NDAs that silence sexual abuse victims. So these are really two main areas. The second component, like I said, there's a lot of other technical bills that we're going through that we're providing information on, but those will impact more of your operations. The top paragraph there are larger items that impact funding or broader issues. Next slide, please. So where there's some new possible funding opportunities for the city of Socorro. Again, the big win was this Texas Water Fund. There's $1 billion annually for 20 years, $20 billion total dedicated to water supply development, wastewater facility, flood mitigation, and infrastructure repairs. Each of those have their own requirements, their own guidelines, their own deadlines. That's another area that we're looking into to make sure that the city takes full advantage of whatever's out there. What are some more specific opportunities that are additional there besides the water fund? Flood infrastructure funding for drainage, Operation Lone Star grant, that's been on the books for quite some time. Rural ambulance grants, allowing emergency service enhancements, additional vehicles, and then special funding for cross-border projects. Next slide, please. I know a big item of discussion was ESA, school vouchers. Bottom line, it's a new environment. It's going to be a new landscape for schools. not so much this school year, but the emerging school year with the voucher program. $8.5 billion was invested in that public education funding. It's going to provide up to $10,000 annually for private school attendance for parents, and up to $30,000 available for students with disabilities. That is a very complicated tiered system as well, with income eligibility requirements, special ed requirements, that is going to impact who gets that money. What are some of the additional requirements there? One of the bills that has already drawn lawsuits, it's this 10 Commandments being displayed in classrooms. That bill, which would mandate schools, again, another trick, but mandate schools solicit funds to post the 10 Commandments in classrooms. That's drawn a number of lawsuits. Reform student discipline policies, and enhance focus on early literacy and special education. And one of the bills that we didn't mention here that impacts everyone is the cell phone bill. The districts right now are kind of grasping with how to enforce that. Parents are confused. So you could see this year was also not only about these kind of big ticket budget items, but also a fair amount had to do with public ed. Next slide, please. So Socorro at the Capitol, key participation, in our opinion and the opinion of legislators, your El Paso delegation really made a difference. I know Mayor Cruz's committee testimony on unplatted lots really gave shape to that bill. Rep Garcia meetings with key legislators also highlighted a lot of those projects. Chief Rojas provided valuable testimony for interagency communications, operability, grant fundings, and then I know the rest of you attended a variety of meetings during El Paso Days and other days that really gave a strong presence to Socorro at the state capitol. Next slide, please. So what are some of the big victories for Socorro that we're very proud to have been a part of? Number one, SB 1579 by Senator Blanco, abandoned property, unplatted lots. That now allows the city of Socorro to have additional authority to address abandoned tax delinquent lots that in the past you all were not able to have. This is going to increase public safety, allow right-of-way easements, that type of activity. That was signed by the governor on June 22nd, will be effective September 1st. That's another bill that we're working towards the mechanisms, the procedures, because there's several steps within them to be able to really take advantage. And the second big ticket item that we're also very proud of is this Rio Vista Farm preservation. We were able to secure $2 million with the help of all of you in council. Mr. Reta here was very instrumental in securing this funding. We hope that it's the first of millions of dollars that we're able to secure for the city at the state level. So those are two very, very big victories that we feel are important to the city and that we're very proud to be a part of. Special session. Besides these items on here for THC, water infrastructural, judicial administration, the special session started July 21st. I'm sure all of you have read the news. There's been a quorum break. 51 of the 150 House members are absent. They cannot conduct business. They don't have quorum. There's talks of, federal FBI and that type of thing, seeking out the people that are missing. But so far, it's just at a standstill. So a lot of these issues that are up here in the special session will likely not get addressed, but the governor has repeatedly said he will call them back until they need to get done what he feels needs to get done. So with that, I'll entertain any questions or be glad to provide more specifics.
Any questions?
Are you going to take your seat?
I am, but Mr. Nevarez is sitting and I wanted to wait till they finish with the presentation.
Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
And for the record, Mayor Cruz arrived to the meeting at 6:17.
Thank you, Mr. Nevares, for holding down the fort. The next item is agenda item number 6. This is a presentation by the National Park Service on UNESCO working group efforts for the Mission Trail designation.
Good evening, Mayor Cruz and Council. Thank you so much for having me here today. I want to take a moment to also thank Commissioner Holguin and her staff, Camila and Javier Paz, who made my presentation today happen, as well as I would like to recognize El Paso County Christian Martinez, Dr. Renteria, and Corinne Chacon, who I've been working very closely with. So, I am Maria Treviño, as I mentioned. I'm an outdoor recreation/community planner with the National Park Service Rivers Trails Conservation Assistance Program. Next slide. I know my mission by heart, but I want to take a moment to actually read this mission, which is very important to me and to many of us, about the National Park Service. So the National Park Service preserves the natural and cultural resources and values of the national park system in an unimpaired state for the enjoyment, education, and inspiration of current and future generations. We have a second part of our mission, which our program specifically focuses on, which is partnerships. So the National Park Service also collaborates with partners to extend the benefits of natural and cultural resources and conservation and outdoor recreation throughout the states, the United States, and around the world. So I mentioned this specific part because our program, if we go to the next slide, focuses on extending the benefits of national parks to communities. So we primarily focus on outdoor recreation and conservation parks. That can be anything from parks, trails, access to the outdoors, to conserving large landscapes, connecting with national parks. I don't specifically work at a national park unit. However, I do want to mention one very close to us, which is Chamizal. So if there's opportunities for Socorro to collaborate with Chamizal, we'll make those collaborations happen and establish them. And lastly, I think one of the most important goals for me internally as a planner is to engage youth in outdoor recreation and stewardship opportunities. So we work very closely with all kinds of levels of schools, from elementary to universities, to make sure that we have opportunities for engagement throughout all of our planning processes. So this is just a little map of all the projects that we have across the country. I specifically work in the Intermountain region. We cover Wyoming, Montana, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. I'm the primarily representative of the state of New Mexico and also West Texas. Next slide. And the reason why I'm actually here is to talk a little bit about the Mission Trail. So El Paso County applied to our program about a year and a half ago, which the first year has been primarily a lot of internal planning, and we have established a working group where we meet and we talk about, important matters of the Mission Trail in terms of transportation and UNESCO designation. So if we go to the next slide, there's multiple goals for the Mission Trail, but two of those that align well are goal number 3 and goal number 5, which, as I mentioned, it's looking at transportation safety, infrastructure, and accessibility. And then goal number 5, which is UNESCO designation. Our program doesn't do UNESCO designation. I have to be very clear about that. But the reason why we're supporting this is because there are National Park Service within our system that are UNESCO designated sites, and one of them is the San Antonio Missions. And so there's opportunities to learn from the National Park Service how they have done their process and use NPS as a partnering resource for the Mission Trail. So if we go to the next slide. So we have done a lot of internal work, strategic plan, but what we really want to accomplish for goal number 3 is to do assessments of where are key important points where we can start improving transportation or providing more opportunities. But we also want to do that through a very heavy engagement process, and I'll share a little bit more about that. And in terms of goal number 5, we're actually planning a visit to the San Antonio missions, meeting with staff and expertise that were part of the planning process for their designation. So as of right now, we have been heavily working on our collaborations, starting to doing some outreach to stakeholder partners, and then doing resource mapping, a lot of research, a lot of speaking to people and trying to gather and collect more information that is accurate and present, and then strategic planning. What does the working group that we're putting together want to accomplish by the end of all of this work? And yeah, no, you're good. Next slide. And the reason why I'm here is we passed on this flyer to everyone. I know surveys are not fun to do, but we're hoping that with this survey we can start assessing what conditions and opportunities we have for the Mission Trail in terms of transportation and also historic preservation. So we are wanting to, connect with people so that we can start doing some strategic outreach. So one of the plans is to actually go to community members, community centers, local leaders, businesses, and engage them in our survey process. And by the end of the day, we're hoping to give that to El Paso County and use it as an assessment so that we can start doing some pilot projects. Any questions? And I hope you all can take the survey, please.
Thank you so much. Does this conclude the presentation? Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
any members of council or any staff members have any questions?
Got a question.
Yeah, Mr. Reyes.
Real quick, about the survey,
Yes.
is there is it online too?
Yes.
Where could whoever's listening to us or?
Yes. So this QR code, I know it's really small right here, but it has the actual website, and the QR code will take you to the platform, to the online platform. And it also has an option to do a Spanish version. And we also have a PDF, so when, understanding that not everyone is, has the technology available in front of them. We have a printable version, and we're planning on using that when we meet in person with people. So there's those 2 options, and I'm happy to share that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Yeah, give her a hand. The next agenda item is also a presentation. This is agenda item number 7 from the Rio Grande Council of Governments on the Regional Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy Process for the United States Economic Development Administration.
Yes, good evening, council members, Mayor Cruz. My name is Annette Gutierrez. I'm the Executive Director of the Rio Grande Council of Governments. And I also have with me today Adriana Bolesio with the City of El Paso Economic and International Development Department. So before we do, I just want to quickly say kudos, congratulations for the execution of your ICSA, your Intergovernmental Service Agreement. We know how challenging those can be, and so what a great testament for City of Socorro to be able to do that. So the Rio Grande Council of Governments, we are tasked with preparing a comprehensive economic development strategy document, and this is a requirement that we must do for the planning district that we operate on behalf of the Economic Development Administration. This is a federal agency under the U.S. Department of Commerce, and so they do allow for funding, grant funding for cities, counties, nonprofits to further economic development needs. And so we are required to provide this document on a regional level, and we do it every 5 years. And so we've been really fortunate that the City of El Paso has embraced this regional process, and they have become a key partner to our organization in fulfilling this mission. And so we did have slides, but if they're not here, then we can, okay, they're gonna, okay. So if we go to, let's see. So what we'll do right now is, I think these are the older ones, so we'll just work off of this. So one of the things that the CEDS will do for the City of El Paso, it's really going to customize what the city is doing and make sure that everybody is working on the same page. And so I would like for Adriana to just briefly talk about what the city of El Paso is going to do in terms of the SEDS and how they're utilizing it, because perhaps this might be a tool that you all would want to implement as well. And before I do that, I would be remiss if I did not mention that Lorene Quimiro, as well as Alejandra Valadez, are on several of our subcommittees, and Alejandra is the chair for our funding implementation for our emerging communities, and so she's been just a great asset, so I just wanted to make that recognition. So, Adriana?
Thank you. And good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm going to echo that sentiment, and Alejandra Valadez has been a true asset since the beginning of this effort almost a year ago. She's gone above and beyond to make sure that we understand the needs and the priorities of the city of Socorro, and she will continue to be a part of this after we submit the SEDS and then continuing on with implementation. Part of the interesting thing about the SEDS is it's going to allow us to apply for funding opportunities that comes with the federal government. This is a condition for a few of the EDA grant opportunities that come up. So with the submissions that have come so far, she makes, thank you, she's made the city of Socorro one of our most active participants. So now with the work that she's done and the work that all of you have put together, the city can now apply for over 50 million, assuming that those grant opportunities become available through all of this effort. What we're doing right now, and this is an effort that started maybe like last November, we've been able to reach out to the community and have a better understanding of what it is that we seek to do, what our vision is for the next 5 years, and how we can come together to achieve that goal. What we're going to be doing now and for the next few weeks is making sure that we collect different projects, priorities, ideas in different stages, but we want to make sure that we understand what our region really looks at. And here we've taken a new approach, and we've made sure that we include Ciudad Juárez and the state of Chihuahua in that outlook. It's hard to talk about who we are and about our region if we exclude such a significant part of it. So we'll be going into some of those details shortly, but now, once we collect those ideas, and now we have quite a few and are looking forward to collecting more, we'll move on to a benefit cost analysis. Once we receive those projects and those priorities, we'll be able to look at them in depth and see where they are in their stages, right? Maybe we can get a project that's a really good idea. Maybe we'll get a project that's ready for implementation, that's ready for funding now. So we'll be able to look at those, and when we get to that project submission process, I'll tell you some more details of how we're approaching that study and that evaluation. Can you go to the next slide?
Okay, and so this is just a recap of the communities that we're going to be implementing the SEDS within this process. And so we have been focusing most of our efforts within El Paso, Doña Ana County. We will focus on our counties to the east of us starting in October. And so again, this is a really huge endeavor, a regional approach, but we definitely want, the only way that this will work is if we get the local input so we can know what everyone is thinking in terms of how they want to approach their economic development. And so as you can see here, these are the number of participants that we've had so far and the varying entities that are participating in this initiative. Next slide, please. And so this is just a reminder again of who we are, what we're doing. It's the SEDS. This is what I pretty much opened up with in terms of why we're coming to you today, just to inform you of what our intentions are at a regional level. Next slide. And so we also want to ensure that because of this process, going through it specifically for EDA, there are going to be positive side effects to that. And so by us collaborating, working together in a partner atmosphere, we are gearing ourselves for identifying new funding sources. And so we want to ensure that we allow our entities to look at other opportunities such as the FDI, philanthropy, as well as private sector, and creating more partnerships. Next slide. And so as we work on the SEDS and we look at how we're going to align our regional priorities, these are the target industries that we're focusing on. And so we're looking at advanced manufacturing, aerospace and defense, critical infrastructure, energy and resource resilience, what our economic resilience would look like, as well as small business and entrepreneurship. And so this really is key here for this area, with small business being the backbone of our economy. So we want to ensure that we have that in place as well. Next slide. And so right here is what's going to be our process and priorities. And so we're already pretty far into now getting into number 3, which is the stakeholder input. But prior to that, we established a steering committee. Right now, we're about 60-plus individuals who are participating in that effort. We've been doing the project inventory to see what types of projects are coming around from those participating entities. We will be moving into the stakeholder input, so that's why we're here with you today. We're also going to be having community meetings, so we're hoping that we can have some with our business establishments as well. And then we'll start drafting the SEDS document and looking how we are going to be implementing that initiative. If we go to the next slide, I think we're going to talk about, yes. So Adriana, would you mind talking about the project submission process?
And this is an invitation for everyone here and everyone that's listening to submit a project that they're interested in seeing implemented. You can follow this QR code or that link up above, and it'll show you our project intake form. And it's going to ask for some basic information. It's going to ask for a project eligibility. This means that there's a project that maybe we have the studies done for, that we have feasibility, we have all of these things in place that are ready to be implemented and funded. We're hoping that all of these projects will align with our SEDS priorities that we discussed a little bit earlier. And the information that we're asking really is for the project title, a sponsor, someone that's going to be seeing the project through and following up, a description of what it is, a general cost estimate, nothing terribly specific, just to give us an idea of more or less what grants we can look out for that will be compatible with the project. We'll be looking at the geographic area that will be impacted, so it could be the city of Socorro, it could be the whole county, it could be the whole region, it can be even our neighbors in Ciudad Juarez. And then the expected objectives and outcomes, because we will be measuring the impact of the project, how it's going, and what we can do better in the future. Once we receive those submissions, we'll be splitting them into 2 categories. Our economic development projects, those are the ones that are ready for funding and implementing now. They've done all of those studies, they have everything ready, all of the stakeholder input, ready to go. We're also collecting the economic development strategies. These are projects that are a little bit earlier on in that process. Maybe they're still waiting for funding to get some of those feasibility studies done. Maybe it's a really good idea that it's important that we keep in mind going into the future, and that we have the right resources to push that strategy along until it's ready to graduate into a project and ready for funding. And we're collecting these through the first couple of weeks in September, so there's still plenty of opportunities to submit them. If you have any questions or any ideas that you'd like to discuss, please feel free to reach out to either one of us, and we're happy to discuss.
Okay, and I think this will take us to our last slide. Right before we talk about our next steps, just want you to know that Alejandra has already been submitting projects to us, so we have received several from City of Socorro, perhaps Lorena as well, so you're well represented in that respect. So in terms of our next steps, we will be having our steering committee next week. I'll be sure to send you the invitation if in case anyone from City Council would like to attend. We're also going to be doing our public outreach the remaining part of this summer as well as the fall. We're looking at our project submissions. September is a popular date to turn in your surveys, and so we're also using that as a deadline for ourselves, and we'll start looking at how we want to rank the projects. And then we're looking at going into publication by October and giving a 30-day comment period for the city of El Paso. They will be looking at approving the SEDS in November of 2025, and then the ultimate goal is to submit the document to EDA for review and approval in December. So that's a brief scenario of what we're doing on the economic development front. We can answer any questions for you at this time if you have any.
Do any members of council have any questions for Ms. Gutierrez or Pulesio?
We were very confident represented by Lorena and Alejandra, so we're good there.
All right, thanks so much, appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Thank you.
and Annette, really quick, and Ms. Pulesio, I think it's important to let our community know that you all continue to advocate for this entire region, not only, a municipality here and there. What we find challenging at times is what Socorro wants isn't necessarily what Sanelli wants, or Clint, or Tornillo and Fabens, but if we can look at our master plans and say, hey, we align right here, let's go after this funding so we're not competing against each other for it. So I think that's just a clear message that we need to send out, right? And we appreciate you all presenting this and affording us the opportunity to go after these funding sources.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The next agenda item here is number 8, and this one here is, was brought to the table by Councilman Alejandro Garcia. Would you like to read your item, Mr. Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. This is a recognition of the Socorro High School barbering program for placing first place in the Skills USA Texas Championships in April 2025 and winning a bronze medal at the Skills USA National Championships in June of 2025. The Skills USA competition allows students to showcase their skills, knowledge, and various CTE programs. The Skills USA experience provides students with practical experience to add to their resumes and network professionally. The barbering program is under the coordination of Nancy Mestas, instructor. The program is housed in the Legacy Barbershop at Socorro High School, making Socorro ISD the first and only district in West Texas to have a barbershop. Students can obtain their Class A state barbering license by successfully completing the 2-year program upon graduation. The program is part of the Career Technical Education, CTE offerings at Socorro High School. And with that, we'd like to present Ms. Mestas, if she's here.
And is there a Hansel Montalvo?
And there, Mr. Hensel is here too? All right, we'd like to present these two to them. And congratulations from us. Okay, sorry, Ms. Montese, we'll get your presentation tomorrow. I want to recognize you. You can stay up and wear a picture. And this is for Mr. Hansel. Congratulations. Take a picture. Great.
Give it a sharp fade. The next agenda item, number 9, is also a recognition of Campestre Elementary School for achieving the highest student attendance rate in the Socorro ISD for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th 6 weeks during the 2024-2025 school year. This item was brought to the table by Councilwoman Irene Rojas. Ms. Rojas, if you have any words you'd like to share with us before the presentation of these certificates here?
I just want to express my complete, I'm very proud of the STEM Academia and Campestre and Socorro ISD and everything, and I just want the public to know that there is talent in Socorro, and we're very proud, and I'm extremely proud to be part of it. I am SISD administrator as well, therefore I cannot tell you how this fulfills my heart. Very prideful. I walk around saying I'm SISD because of people like you who are dedicated, who bring this to the table, who grow our children, who are dedicated and make sure that they are successful. So thank you very much. So Ms. Shreve, I know you had one of the highest rates I want to congratulate Campestre and Ms. Shreve, Ms. McCullough, her assistant principal, and the entire team. I know she wanted to bring the entire team, and I told her, you're more than welcome to. But we do have certificates, and she will share with them, because it does take a team effort. It does take a team effort, but we're very proud. We're out here in the valley, and they say, no se puede allá. Claro que sí se puede. So we're very proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Rojas, you want to call out the names of these, the certificates, and then we'll ask you to come up here and take a photo with us.
Ms. Randy Shreve is the principal, and Ms. Jennifer McCullough is our assistant principal.
The next item also is another recognition. This is for Escontria STEAM Academy for earning the National Certificate for STEM Excellence campus certification. Also, an item that was brought to the table by Councilwoman Irene Rojas. Ms. Rojas, could you also share some words?
Again, thank you for bringing this to us, to the Valley, ensuring your dedication with our students so that and I do have a summary, but I'm not going to read it because I know you have your own words to say, so go ahead. You know, we're excited. Please share with our community. Thank you. You know, we, council here, mayor, all of us, the entire community is very proud of what you all have done with our kids, and they're our future. So thank you very much. So please, if you would like to share, it's very important.
Well, this is the excerpt I sent you that Escontria STEAM Academy is proud to be the first school in West Texas to earn the prestigious distinction of being a nationally STEM certified campus. This groundbreaking achievement reflects our commitment to innovation, collaboration, and excellence in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics education. By reaching this milestone, Escontrias, alongside 2 other schools in the Socorro Independent School District, propelled our district to become the first in West Texas to be recognized as a nationally STEM certified district. This honor highlights the dedication of our educators, students, and community in creating transformative learning experience that prepare students for a dynamic future. I'd like to thank also the city of Socorro for honoring us because it wasn't an easy task, and it just shows our teachers, staff, and administration's dedication to student excellence. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Ms. Lorena Alvarez.
And Ms. Ojeda.
I just want to add that we do have a lot of talent in our lower valley, tremendous amount of talent, and it is people like you that help bring it out all the way to the high school. It starts with our little ones, and then we see the product in high school. So thank you so much for everything, for your dedication. I know how tirelessly this job is. I live it with you guys, so I can't say more than how proud I am about you. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. Agenda item number 11, this is a presentation, and these recognitions that we're going to present next, I see that the educators got their certificate and just going to walk out on everyone else, but that's okay. That's all right. We know you guys had a long day. Thank you again. Take care. This presentation is to recognize Wind Down as Small Business of the Quarter in the Food and Cafe category. And Ms. Valadez, go ahead and present your item.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Alejandra Valadez, City Development Director. As you recall, this year, the Economic Recovery Office launched the Small Business Awards of the Quarter. Last quarter, we did recognize two excellent small businesses here in Socorro. We believe that these awards are very important, and we like to say that small business is actually big business. If you didn't know, approximately 50% of all private sector employees in the United States are employed by small businesses. And here in Socorro, we have beautiful, beautiful entrepreneurs, small businesses that we'd like to recognize. And with that, I'll hand it over to Mr. Jose Quiñones, who is leading this initiative, so he can tell you more about these wonderful businesses.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Jose Quiñones. Glad to be here again, see you all. Bright, a lot of good things happening here in Socorro. Let me see if I can get this right. All right, so we started. This is our second quarter. As you know, we found a little bit behind. A lot of things happening here, exciting on all levels and all the three legs of economic development. The small business environment is nothing less than what everything we do, we cover in business retention and business attraction. Small business is the key to this community, and it's the heart. And a way for us to give thanks and appreciate is to award and give and recognize those businesses that are here that make up the small business community of Socorro. So there's two categories we came out with. And the first one is called food and cafe. So that's all the restaurants, the cafes, and the good places that you all like to eat around Socorro. And there's more coming, which is great. But we want to honor those that are here right now. The other category is called the all other business category, and that's where we pick up the brunt of all the other businesses, industries that are here in Socorro. So we'll start out with food and cafe. This quarter, we're recognizing Wind Down. Wind Down was established just a few years ago. It's located there at 10215 Socorro Road. It is one of the greatest things that could have happened using a historic building and keeping the quality of the building intact. I think the owners have done a great job. It's a cozy lounge to go to, whether you're there for a shower, whether you're there for a group of friends to have some wine and appetizers. It's just a great place all around. Beautiful, beautiful quality work inside. But I think I gotta really thank the folks that have made it come alive. And it couldn't happen without the owners. It's a partnership. I'll let her come up here. I think Rachel Torres. She'll tell you more about it.
Hi.
Hi there.
I didn't know I was going to be talking, but sorry. Thank you. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already been there. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting us. If you haven't been there, please come in. I'd like you to see the beautiful building that it is. We are a small local establishment, so it's my daughter, my husband, and another partner with us, Hera. And it's just us, and of course we also have our really, really good team of staff that we call family, and they help us out tremendously. We're very small. We try to do our best. And we just want a place that everybody can come enjoy the building, the history, try to bring people down here so they can see what Socorro has to offer. And I think we're doing that. We are doing it. You know, we do see our numbers every month, and as far as the customers coming in and everything, and we're really, really pleased with how many people we have bringing down here. But yes, thank you, and I hope you all continue to support us.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
So with that, I want to recognize, let me just read off, Mayor, if you, certificate of recognition. The following certificate is awarded to Wind Down in recognition and appreciation of small business of the quarter in the food and cafe category on the 7th day of August 2025, signed by our Mayor, Rudy Cruz Jr.
Congratulations, Wind Down. You know what's really cool about Wind Down is you remember walking in, but you won't remember walking out.
I didn't say that.
It says it on the,
Smile, sideways. Thank you. Now, the other category we have is called other business, and, sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Quinones. Let me just present it really quick. This is the next item, also a recognition for Gastelum's Meat Market as a small business of the quarter in the all other business category. And Mr. Quinones, if you would please present this item and give a little bit of background on what it is we're recognizing here today.
So today we recognize another company who's local and who's been here for a few more years than the previous one, Wind Down. But they're really folks that live here and they have their business here. The owners are the Gastelum family. Joining me this afternoon, or actually this evening, is Mr. and Mrs. Gastelum. I know they're a little bit shy, pueden hablar en español si gustan saludar, no hay problema. Pero deja decirles, let me just mention quickly, this is by vote, okay? So when we receive them, we're counting the nomination forms as they come in, and we receive them from residents as well as from other businesses here in Socorro. Gastelum's the meat market, they're there just down the street on Moon Road. Actually, the other day I went over, and I didn't know they had burritos, so I ordered chile verde with beans. Man, it was one of the best hot burritos I had. I was right there like sweating like crazy, but I thought it was just a room temperature. My office was nice and cool. Great burritos, you gotta taste them. Another alternative, of course, this is burrito country, so you gotta make good burritos to survive here. And they have everything else, chicharrón. They have fresh produce there. Gotta go, you know, even menudo on weekends. I haven't tasted it, but maybe one of you have. With nothing else, I really gotta ask just Mr. and Mrs. Gastelum to join me for just for a moment. Si pueden arrimarse aquí al podio y reconocerlos. So, I have a certificate of recognition. The following certificate is awarded to the Gastelum's Meat Market in recognition and appreciation as small business of the quarter in the all other business category on the 7th day of August 2025, signed by our Mayor, Rudy Cruz Jr., on this day. Felicidades. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Quinones, for recognizing these small businesses. You know, there's a city up the hill that has a big, brand-new shopping center with restaurants and stuff like that, but I'll tell you what, none of those restaurants sell what we sell down here, so we appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Quinones. Moving on to consent agenda.
Motion to consent agenda.
Second.
There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Okay, we're moving on to agenda item. Hang on.
We need a motion to delete those.
Okay, so would anyone like to entertain a motion to delete items 23 and 24?
Motion to delete items 23 and 24.
I second.
There's been a motion and a second on the table to delete items 23 and 24. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Moving on to agenda item number 25. This is the discussion and action to approve work authorization number 5 in the amount of $251,449 with 53 cents under contract 22-07-02 with CEA Group for design phase services for the Vineyard Road Bridge Replacement Project and authorize the city manager to sign the agreement.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Alejandra Valadez, City Development Director. As you recall, the City of Socorro has entered into a wonderful partnership with the Isleta del Sur Pueblo. During our previous council meetings, we did bring an item introduced by Mayor Cruz for an interlocal agreement with Isleta del Sur Pueblo for the development of the Vineyard Bridge Replacement Project. And this partnership has allowed us to access Federal Highway Administration funds directly through the assistance of the tribe. At this point, we are seeking your approval to enter into a work authorization with CEA Group, who will be the design engineers for the bridge replacement project. The work authorization is in the amount of $251,449 with 53 cents. All of that work is reimbursable through the Isla del Sur Pueblo interlocal agreement. So there is no impact to our general fund. I'm not sure if you all have any questions.
Do any members of council have any questions or anything good to say about Vineyard Bridge right now?
Anything good, it's gonna get replaced.
No, that's what I thought. That's why we're gonna redo them. Okay, so there was a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Agenda item 26 is also a discussion and action item to approve work authorization number 6 in the amount of $302,793 with 75 cents under contract 22-07-02 with CEA Group for design phase services for the Passmore Road Bridge Replacement Project and authorize the city manager to sign the agreement.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Alejandra Valadez. This is the second project that is eligible for reimbursement through the Isleta del Sur Pueblo under that interlocal agreement. So all of the work that is done under this work authorization is reimbursable through the Isleta del Sur Pueblo, as our partnership is going to allow us to access Federal Highway Administration funds for the project. Again, it is the same design engineer, CEA Group, and again, the $302,793.75 will be reimbursable with no impact to our general fund.
Do any members of council have any questions for this item here? No? Okay. There was a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Agenda item number 27, this is the discussion and action to approve a letter of support to the El Paso Chamber in support of the draft 2026 Unified Transportation Program, also known as the UTP, and particularly the proposed authorization of $150 million for SS 320 Borderland Express Phase 3, El Paso Category 12 strategic priority.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. We are seeking your approval for this letter of support that was requested by El Paso Chamber. This project is particularly important for our connecting our markets to New Mexico, which is going to benefit Socorro by making sure that we have accessibility and mobility to New Mexico as we bring in more private investments into Socorro.
Thank you, Ms. Valadez. Do any members of council have any questions for this item here? No? Okay. There was a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Agenda item number 28. This is a discussion and action to approve a letter of support for Project Vida's grant application to the NASDAQ Foundation for the Micro Enterprise Technical Assistance Program.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. We are seeking your approval for this letter of support for Project Vida's grant application to the NASDAQ Foundation for their Micro Enterprise Technical Assistance Program. As you recall, Project Vida is one of our economic recovery, economic development partners. They have been doing wonderful work at the Chayo Apodaca Community Center. We invite the community to go visit them, Project Vida at Chayo Apodaca Community Center on Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They always have a representative there that can help our small businesses apply for grants, loans. They also offer some technical assistance and some micro lending options for our small business community. So hopefully they are able to get this grant application. We'd love to support our partners in whichever way we can so that they can continue to provide those services for our community.
Do any members of council have any questions for this item here? Ms. Valadez, do we have a dollar amount right now for the particular grant application that's being submitted?
No, not at this time. They just requested this general letter of support.
Okay.
And we're not sure exactly how much, if they will be awarded and how much.
Okay, okay. And my question is because we've also allowed for them to operate within our vicinity, but also extending the resources to like Sanelli and Clint and whatnot, right?
That's right, yes. We are lucky to have them at the Chayo Apodaca Community Center, and we don't limit their services to just businesses from Socorro or residents from Socorro. It's really an open service for this entire region.
Okay, good. Thank you. So there was a motion and second on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Valadez.
Thank you.
Moving on to our police department with agenda item number 29. This is the discussion and action to approve the interlocal agreement for Operation Stone Garden.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Robert Rojas, proud Chief of Police of the City of Socorro. Bringing this to you to seek approval for Council and the Mayor to authorize the Mayor and the Chief of Police to execute the Operation Stone Garden interlocal agreement for fiscal year 2024. I'm here to answer any questions. $75,391 in funding that will fund law enforcement overtime, fringe benefits, and M&A, which is the management and administration costs. There's no cost to the City of Socorro.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions for this item here before we approve or disapprove? Chief, just for everybody's situational awareness, Operation Stone Garden works in conjunction with federal agencies to protect our border, correct?
Yes, sir. Aside from just federal agencies, it works with all local jurisdictions. The Sheriff's Office, the San Elizario Marshal's Office, Clint PD, Anthony PD, all the several constables' office, El Paso PD, Texas DPS, and of course the United States Border Patrol. And what it does is it allows us the ability to deploy more officers along the border, our border community.
Okay. So when you see a Socorro PD patrol unit parked off of the border highway, don't call us saying our cop's taking a nap over there. He's on patrol working Operation Stone Garden. So there was a motion and second on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any abstain? Okay, that motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Moving on to the Planning and Zoning Department, this is agenda item number 30, the discussion and action to approve an event permit and fee waiver request for the anniversary celebration of La Purísima Church at 328 South Nevades on Saturday, October 18, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Motion to approve.
No presentation. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Lorraine Quimito, City Planner. Item number 30 for your consideration is an event permit request and fee waiver. The event is a Fiesta de San Miguel, Kermes at La Purísima Church at 328 South Nevares Road. The event is set to take place September the 27th and September the 28th, which are Saturday and Sunday. Saturday from 2 to 12 and Sunday from 2 to 10 p.m. The event anticipates having participation of over 200 people, which is why it's required that council approve the event permit, and they are also asking for a waiver of the event permit fee.
Ms. Quimino, what were the dates that you provided right now?
September the 27th.
Because on our backup, we're showing something different. We're showing the anniversary celebration of the church set for Saturday, October 18, 2025. So is this a different one, or?
There were two events, and only one of them made it onto the agenda, but we do still have time to approve the second event. One is an anniversary, and that one is in
October 18th of
October,
2025.
and then the Kermes in September.
Okay, so we're not taking action on this item right now. We're taking action on.
You are taking action on the San Miguel Fiesta.
The anniversary.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, so we'll bring the Kermes back at the next council meeting. We'll stick to this one right now. So I'm gonna ask for staff to go ahead and just bring item 30, which is the discussion and action to approve the event permit and fee waiver for the anniversary celebration. Right?
Correct, that's what we're posting.
Okay, but the information being provided is the
From the Kermes.
it's the Kermes. It's talking about 2 days in September. The one that we're posted for here has a date of October.
Is the anniversary date.
So one is for the Kermes and one is for the anniversary.
One's posted and one's.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So right now what's at the table is to approve the anniversary date of October 18th with the waiving the fees, and then at our next meeting, we'll bring the Kermes.
Okay.
We'll post the Kermes.
That'll work.
Understood.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Should we try it again?
We could
Just,
start
all
over.
right. So we're gonna go ahead and take action on the discussion and the action on the, to approve the event permit and fee waiver request for the anniversary celebration of La Purísima Church at 328 South Nevades on Saturday, October 18, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Ms. Quimito, do you have any backup information for this item here, for that one?
Just the event information that's in the language. It is October the 18th. It is going to be from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It is 1 day celebration of the anniversary of the church, and they are asking for the event permit as they anticipate more than 200 people participating, and they are also requesting a waiver.
Okay. And I believe there was a motion and a second on this item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries.
So I just have a question. This is also like a celebration from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's also a big event, a celebration, and just
Yes.
similar to a Kermes?
Yes,
only
and they
on one day.
will have a similar setup to the one that is in the backup. Booths, food, entertainment
Okay, great, thank you.
for the public.
Thank you, Ms. Quimito. The next item is agenda item number 31. This is discussion and action to award the request for proposal 24-03 for building inspections and plan review services to AOCA. Is that how it's pronounced? AOCA Engineering, and authorize city manager or her designee to negotiate and execute the agreement.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. The purpose of this agenda item is to inform City Council of the sealed request for proposals for the building inspections and plan review services, which was released in May 18th of 2025. The city received 2 bids. They were opened and scored by staff. Staff is recommending that we enter negotiations with AOCA Engineering to pursue these services to assist planning and zoning staff with the tasks outlined in the building inspections and plan review proposal. With that, staff can answer any questions.
Do any members of council have any questions for this item here? And correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Quimito, but by council taking action on this item today, this will also help drive down costs for our applicants who are wanting to build here in our city, residential applicants. Commercial, residential, right?
We hope to be able to assist in that.
Yeah, because we've been noticing that those fees, they're pretty high, and a lot of our families that are trying to build, first-time builders, it becomes difficult for them at the beginning to front so much money for the payment of the design permits and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all identifying that for our residents. Thank you so much. There was a motion and second on this item. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Thank you. The next item is agenda item number 32. This is the discussion and action to approve the scheduling of public hearing on September 11th, 2025 for the anticipated proposed tax rate of 0.645233 for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2025 through September 30th of 2026.
Motion to approve.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Adriana Rodarte, City Manager. This item requests council approval to schedule a public hearing for Thursday, September 11th, 2025, to receive public comment on an anticipated proposed tax rate of 0.645233 per 100 of assessed evaluation. The proposed rate would apply to the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026. Scheduling the public hearing is a required step in the tax rate adoption process to ensure compliance with state law and to provide residents an opportunity to offer feedback before final adoption. And we're here to answer any questions.
Do any members of council have any questions on this item? There was a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Agenda item number 33 is the discussion and action to review and approve El Paso County 911 District Budget Plan for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to approve.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This item is requesting council approval of the El Paso County 911 District Fiscal Year Budget 2026. The El Paso County 911 District Board of Managers has approved the budget, and in accordance with governing statute, the district is submitting its plan to the entities it serves for the review and approval. The fiscal year 2026 budget book outlines the district programs, financial planning, and mission. This year marks the first time the district's available revenue will not fully meet operational obligations due to the absence of sustainable funding from the recent legislative session and no state appropriations. To address this, the district has implemented reductions to certain programs and will use reserve funds to maintain continuity of core emergency communication services. Despite these financial challenges, the district remains committed to delivering excellent service to public safety partners and the broader 911 community. Approval of the fiscal year 2026 budget will allow the district to continue supporting the region emergency response infrastructure. And Chief is here to answer any questions.
Chief, can you answer our questions?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Robert Rojas, proud Chief of Police of the City of Socorro. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
Do any members of council have any questions about the the item that's being presented today, as far as the budget goes? No? So, looking at the numbers and the backup for the proposed fiscal year 2026 budget for 9/11, I'm showing some negatives, right? It seems that they're struggling financially, and I think that this may bring opportunities for the city of Socorro to look at other potential agencies within our jurisdictional boundaries to help assist the district. And what's your feedback there, Chief? What do you think?
So as you know, I sit on the Board of Managers for the 911 district. So what ended up happening is the 911 district is used to receiving funds from the state. The state, because of the legislative action that was taken at the state level, they did not get grants and funding that they normally have, or they've expected for years that have passed. That encompassed with the rate of funds that they're able to collect from landlines and mobiles, they've pretty much passed each other, right? So many people have moved away from landlines, and landlines, they have more funding tied to being able to go back to the 911 district, whereas wireless phones do not have that same amount of funding. So that is, those reasons are the reason that the funding has dwindled down, and the 911 district is dipping into reserves. So part of the decisions that were made were, where do we change course and still able to provide the services that the 911 district is expected to do. So they've gone back, they've looked at, or the staff there at 911 district has gone back and they've looked where they can cut. Much of it is in training, right? So they provided a substantial amount of training to organizations much like the city of Socorro, where they are able to train our dispatchers and provide training much of the time free of cost. That's one of the areas where they cut the funding. And then they cut the funding on providing certain license fees for radios to other jurisdictions. The city of Socorro, fortunately, is not a part of that. However, we are making sure that we are able to assist in the event that other agencies cannot provide the licensing fees. So the licensing fees will eventually be passed down to those organizations like San Elizario and Clint. And I've already spoken to both of the chief and the marshal there, that in the event that they need assistance, we're always going to be there because our antennas are here. We do have the ability to support them. In the event that they can't pay the licensing fees that they would have to pay into the county system. So I think we're going to be okay. Hopefully the funding for the 911 district comes through so that they're able to kind of bolster up back to what they're used to. So they do have a plan in place, but they are being absolutely transparent and saying, hey, this something has to give, and what's given is the licensing fees and then the training where they've kind of cut down.
Thank you, Chief. And I think the message to take back when you have your meetings with them, because we know you all meet often, is let them know the City of Socorro is here to support in any way we can. We'll support the county and the other surrounding agencies.
No, absolutely, Mayor. I'll make sure that I make that a point to mention to them.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions or comments on this item? No?
Thank you.
There was a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Oh, that motion carries. The next item is agenda item number 34. This is a discussion and action to approve a citywide festival, Hearts United, to be held at Bulldog Championship Park.
Motion to approve.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The city has received a request for approval for the Hearts United's team, led by Pastor Raimundo and Lidia Torres, to host a citywide faith-based festival titled Hearts United, a citywide festival of hope and healing, on Saturday, October 11th, 2025, at Bulldog Championship Park, with the splash park being open early, as well as any future similar events at the same location. So they're asking for approval for this event and any future events. The event mission is to serve the youth and families of Socorro through a free, public, and spiritual-focused gathering designed to promote mental, emotional, and spiritual wellness. Planned activities include faith-based counseling, youth activities, and interactive games, family workshops, worship music, and access to community resource and support services. We do have Raimundo and Lidia Torres here in case you have any questions for them.
Lenny? Yeah, Mr. Garcia, go ahead.
In reference to having, city events, would that be interacting with some city events that we have at Bulldog Park?
Like for scheduling, you mean?
For scheduling, yeah.
Oh,
How would that work out? I know we have the movies and stuff like that.
So on our calendar, we do not have anything for the city in October 11th at Bulldog.
And in the future, only because of it's a future, they put future.
Well, that would take coordination,
Okay.
right? So when they would submit for the next event, we would definitely make sure that that park is available.
Perfect, thank you.
And the times for the event for October 11th, what are we looking at?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. The time for, so we could go ahead, and I'm gonna give you the time to set up, would go ahead and be 10 in the morning. That way we could go ahead and set up, have everything ready, so we could have families coming when sun is coming down.
any other questions or comments for this item here? No? So there was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is agenda item number 35. This is the discussion and action regarding petition to release the following real property from the City of Socorro's extraterritorial jurisdiction, approximately 2.689 square miles, or 1,830.4 acres, described as composed of that part of El Paso County Tract 010347, included in Block 2033, 2034, 2035, 3003, 3004, 3005, 3306, 3007, 3008, 3009, 3010, 3011, 3012, 3013, 3014, 3017, 3018, 3019, 3020, 3021, and 3022, and that part of El Paso County Tract 010404, included in blocks 4016, 4017, 4020, 4021, 4022, 4023, 4024, and 4025. And that part of El Paso County Tract 010502, included in block 2003, 2004, 2008, and 2009.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We did receive a petition for the removal of an area from Socorro's ETJ on July 17, 2025. I do understand that our attorney wants to go into executive as he wants to consult, give you legal advice.
Motion to move to executive?
Second.
There was a motion and second to go into executive with legal. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. At this time, we'll be entering executive session at 7:29 p.m. and gentlemen. Okay, so it's 7:49 p.m. and we're now back in regular session of the Socorro City Council dated for August 7, 2025. We left off on agenda item number 35, which is the discussion and action regarding a petition to release certain properties from the Socorro's ETJ.
We're gonna make a motion to deny, and the reason is for inaccurate application. And, that's it.
So there was a motion and second to deny the application due to inaccurate legal description of the properties. And just for the record, we have no members signed up for comment.
That is correct,
or
Mayor.
public comment for this item here.
There's a list right there in the back. That's the only one I saw.
That's here, and we have
James Lombard.
we have him requesting that he wanted to speak on the item before we went into executive.
Okay, so do we have to amend the rule? Do we have to amend the rules or?
You can make a motion to approve and allow, recognize somebody within the time limit that they're gonna have.
Okay, does anyone make a motion? Okay,
Second.
there's a motion and second to allow Mr. Lowenfield to speak. Mr. Lowenfield, go ahead, you have the mic.
How you doing? I'm James Lohenberg, a resident of Athena West.
Sorry to interrupt. We need to take a vote, I think, on that.
There was a motion and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved, go ahead, Mr. Lowenberg.
Well, good evening, City Council. And thank you for receiving this petition, but as per law, we submitted a petition over 15 days ago, thus requesting the law to be followed that we get released from the CTJ and desire to leave the ETJ. It's not about Socorro, but it's about our property rights. And we are grateful for your service and leadership on it, but like the law states, Section 42.105 results of a petition. The petition requesting removal under subchapter shall be verified by municipal secretary or other persons responsible for verifying signatures. The municipality shall notify the residents and landowners of the area described by the petition of the results of the petition. Maybe the municipality may satisfy this requirement by notifying the person who filed the petition under section 42.102. And I mean, you guys have seen this, and like early on, when you were on Coker Road, Mayor, that was one of the first questions I asked when the arterial started, was what are Socorro's plans for annexation? And these guys said nothing. But just like I was involved years ago when Socorro got involved in that fight that Sanelli handed you guys, and I was involved in our neighborhood because Socorro had kind of eyes for our neighborhood and some other ones. And when Sanelli did what they did, you guys lost your appetite for annexation. But my plan was to continue with this. But like typical El Paso people, everybody says, hey, the big bad wolf's gone. And I told them, this wolf is not gonna leave. This wolf is coming. And with Arturo 1, I saw that. And that's why I asked you at that meeting, what are the plans? Because I know since then, there's been a lot of changes in the laws. And I know the laws are with us on this. So we just need anything in writing saying what is wrong, what we need to do to amend this. And I know you guys got 45 days we have 45 days to figure this out before we take it to the county judge. So I'm just asking, let's just work together and get this done. I know this is taking a big chunk of Socorro's future away by taking it that way, but I didn't move to Clint to be part of Socorro. I moved to Clint to be part of Clint. My business is here in Socorro, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my business being Socorro because I service this whole area. But like I said, it's not about you guys. It's just about just taking care of our neighborhoods and trying to make sure that we don't have, instead of a city with a mission, a city with a warehouse. Because you guys are throwing warehouses in every neighborhood. It's not like we have a business section or a warehouse or, no, we're throwing warehouses in we're tearing down every orchard that we can tear down and get at a cheap deal. And what's that take? That's what we're trying to do, is just protect our neighborhood, protect the essence of our pecan trees, our cotton fields. We're not looking to do nothing of whatever's going on with your economic development, because that's what happened last time. You guys took over the north side and south side of the freeway all the way to Clinton, and you left Angels Park out. Walking these petitions, a lot of people in Angels Park, their biggest gripe was, nobody listens to us. And I understand that, because we live out there. I fight with the county on the animal control issue. I shoot dogs because I have sheep, and stray dogs are a dime a dozen now, and nobody picks them up. I call the sheriff's office, I call animal welfare, and this is why we have no help. Angels Park has one way in, one way out, and nobody's helping them get the thoroughfare there. How's a fire truck gonna get in there if that arroyo gets washed out again, like it did some years ago? Nobody cares. And that's the problem. Angels Park, I was surprised, because I walked that neighborhood. There's more voters in Angels Park than there is in Athena West or Pecan Valley. There's a hell of a lot of voters. They're hard to get to because there's a lot of stray dogs, and I got chased. But you guys, if you take care of what's out there, people wouldn't be doing this. And it's just, I'm just looking out for my future and my kids' future and my neighbors. And it's just a bunch of neighbors just got together and did this. And this is what this is about, us caring about our neighborhoods. Like we all like this. But C.P. Brown's farm's gone. The next farm's gone. We're not gonna have these pecan trees in here no more. It's gonna look just a big commercial area, warehouses. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Mr. Lowenberg. I think the sentiments of this council are also shared sentiments of yours. We want to make sure that the Clint boundaries remain within Clint and Socorro remains with Socorro. The thing is that we're not going to approve a petition that's inaccurate, that would cause issues for you all, and we don't want to cause those issues. You all will receive notice as per the subsections that you stated under state law. Every single resident will receive notification after the vote. Just the petition. You're the applicant to the petition, so you'll be receiving notice after we take official vote on this item here today. But we're here to work with you. Unfortunately, our attorneys and we cannot tell you how to go about your dealings, but we're just going to let you know. And legal, if you would please provide, your information.
Thank you, Mayor. So, and as the mayor mentioned, that we can't provide you legal advice since we represent the city, so you'll have to seek your own legal advice from an attorney. The application on its face, there's a couple items that you mentioned. It was received by the city clerk on July 17th. Actually, your application mentions that within 15 business days, so 15 business days from that day.
Was Tuesday.
Would be, yeah, actually today, I believe. If you count it through the weekends.
No, we counted 5 days, which was Tuesday.
But the next largest issue, this is under actually state law, Texas Local Government Code 42.104. Section D mentions the petition must include a map of the land to be released and describe the boundaries of the land to be released by. Number 1, meets and bounds, or 2, lot and block number if there is a recorded map or plat. So city planning was able to go through and do some research on the properties that were mentioned. There are actually 3 recorded plat maps in there, so the lot and block numbers don't match up with what was provided on the application. It's something that probably can be fixed if you go back through and correct the lot and block numbers. But right now, it's hard for even the city to identify which exact properties are being removed. But it's something that is fixable. You just have to go through and again, identify the correct lot and block numbers. I believe the way we looked at it, and Ms. Canelo can correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like it was like the census numbers, census block numbers.
Census block numbers were used.
And what you need is actually the lot and block numbers. Something like lot
I will. Thank you very much.
And we'll send you a letter giving you all that information.
No, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So there was a motion and second to deny due to the inaccuracies of the legal description. There was a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. The next item of discussion, does this one also need to be discussed in executive or can it be done in open session?
36 is,
Are we on the gas?
No,
we're on
no,
number
36? Okay, so
item
this
number
is.
36.
Okay. Agenda item number 36, this is an item that, that I drafted, and this resolution, let me see, where is it at? So this is to affirm the City of Socorro's position to limit the use of eminent domain, specifically declaring that the city will not authorize the use of eminent domain for the demolition of occupied homes or acquisition of residential property for the construction of arterial highways or solely for private economic development projects without public purpose. It also commits the council to pursuing potential amendments to the city's home rule charter to further protect private property rights and to work with state representatives to support equitable legislation for Socorro property owners.
Motion to approve.
Mayor, we do have a speaker.
Mayor, do you want me to read the resolution as well?
Let's read the resolution only if it gets adopted.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and bring up the speaker.
Azulema Reina.
Hello. Regarding the resolution that you wrote, I just wanted to see if, based on the last meeting that we had in July regarding the A1, it was my understanding that the city wants to help and preserve also the agriculture and farmland. Are we able to add that to the resolution?
Well, so I can't technically answer any questions right now during the public
And I
comment sector,
understand.
but we're more than happy to meet
Look
with
into
you after a meeting or set up an official meeting here with our city managers if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, there's other things. Maybe I can talk to them when we meet?
Absolutely, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
sounds great. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you. Do we have to take action on the item, or can the resolution be read already?
Yeah, did you want to approve it? And then-
We have a
Yeah,
motion.
so, or do we have any other speakers?
No more speakers, but we do have a motion.
Okay, there was a motion. Do I have a second?
I do have a question.
Okay.
And help me understand. I do have a question, and please help me understand this. So to limit is what you are asking, right? What we are asking. Let's say, devil's advocate, future years from now, we're not here anymore, right? But we still have their families still have that. In the end, the state decides to come in regardless, right? Can they do that?
Yeah, so there's different entities that can condemn property. It can be the state, federal government, it can be the city. I wanna say even maybe the school district can do it. I don't think I've seen school districts do it, but they can. So
Okay.
even the electric company, gas company, they act with municipal power sometimes. They can go condemn property as well.
Okay.
So you're right, it only limits the city, but if somebody else wants to go through it, typically I think, this might answer your question too. Some of these state highway projects that is in conjunction with the city of Socorro, they ask the city condemn the property and then deed the property, and then the state takes care of the building the highway and all that other stuff, so, yeah,
So by adopting this, or approving this, will that limit, are we tying our hands in the future, or tying the constituents' hands in the future?
Yes.
And I'm asking, so help me understand this, because if it's going to be something where we're going to, maybe it's a solution for now, but what if it's not a solution for later and it's an adverse effect? And I'm concerned about the constituents, I'm concerned about our neighbors, our community.
Yeah, I mean, it could create issues. The way I've read some of it was more aspirational, that we did not desire to do it, don't intend to do it. And it's limited on this particular one. It says to property acquired for arterial highways. But yes, it could create some red tape if the city did wish to condemn. This resolution would have to go back and repeal it or deal with it in some fashion. Yes.
Well, I guess, listen, if I'm not here in 4 years and whoever decides to sit here, they can potentially dissolve the resolution.
Right.
Should it be the desire of this council to vote on something like this today. But I think what I wanted to do was protect and defend the residents that we're responsible for now as elected officials in our capacity and in our terms of office. Now, if somebody wants to come later on and they don't see that this is something that's a positive thing, then they can go ahead and change that. I'm just trying to do what's right for our constituents here today.
Thank you. And I want to add to that, and that's all I'm trying to do to understand this, because you know that we are with Mayor 100%. This is a very united council, and we are really concerned about our community, and we want the best for them. And it's not just Mayor, it's every single council member at this table that we are concerned. I'm just wanting to understand it and not be, in the end, come back and hurt, whether it's next year, 2 years, 5 years down the road.
Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
And with that, I just want to say that right now you do have two projects that you're going through land acquisition, which is the Nuevo Hueco Tanks Road, and you also have the Sparks Arroyo, right? So we don't know, we're in the process of contacting those property owners, but that is something that in order for the projects to progress and help the Sparks Arroyo come to fruition, you might need to exercise these, hopefully not, right? I think we've been pretty successful in other areas where we've done land acquisition, but just wanted to make you guys aware that there are two projects that we're going through land acquisition at this time.
The Sparks Arroyo, is that considered an arterial project?
No, that's a flooding project.
Okay,
Nuevo
so
Hueco
that one
Tanks.
so that wouldn't fall under this, the resolution?
But it would fall, okay, just because you're on arterials.
Yeah, yeah.
But Nuevo Hueco Tanks Road will.
Nuevo Hueco is considered an arterial that has sought funding at the MPO level as well.
So right now, we do have funding, plus you have your TRZ to move forward with the construction of that road.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
And I hope the constituents understand that, as you can see, we're debating with it because we want the best for our community. That is what we want.
Well, I also want to point out, in the last sentence of my summary, this would also commit council to pursuing potential amendments to the city's home rule charter to further protect the private property rights and to also work with state reps to support the equitable legislation. I know that you mentioned that we're currently under some type of land acquisition, what'd you call it? We're in the process, right, of acquiring land for the Nuevo Hueco.
Yes, sir.
To make that connection there. So is it safe to say that that would kind of prohibit or hinder what we have going on over there right now by adopting this resolution today?
No, so the property owners work with the city, and we're able to come to an agreement of acquiring the portion of land that we need, then we would go, it would go smoothly. It's the only time where you can't come to an agreement, that you would have to exercise eminent domain.
I understand.
Which in our past, we've done several land acquisitions, and we've been pretty successful in being able to come to an agreement with the property owners. Right, so the city, in the 12 years that I've been here, has never exercised eminent domain.
And I just wanted to say that, Mayor, we haven't used that in the time that I've been here, and my first term was in 2017. So I think we've been very good at doing that. And most people that we do need land from actually want to help us with that. So as Socorro is a great and hospital city, not everything goes through. Some things do, just like Arterial 1. And you know, Nuevo Hueco Tanks is a testament to that, because we got a lot of land donated for that project. and that's the difference. But not everybody's going to agree. Not everybody is going to want what North Socorro wants and West Socorro wants. So it's going to be a big difference, and they call my area New Socorro. So it's a big difference, but you know, we've been very fortunate where we can work with people. So that's a big thing to look into, and I think this is something, it's something different in a sense where it's an intent to limit. So I think because we've never used it, I think it's something we can do, only because we haven't used it, and I think a lot of us don't want to use it. So, but it's very purposeful in a sense that we have in my area, it's been donated and it's been wanted. And in some other areas, it's just not wanted. And I believe, like I told somebody, that I couldn't sleep at night if we had to do that. So, thank you.
So I'm not an attorney, and when I was drafting this, I was trying to choose my words very, very wisely, and I use terms like demolition of occupied homes. And if I'm not mistaken, the land acquisition that we're currently seeking right now for the Nuevo Hueco connection, I don't believe there's occupied homes looking to be demolished right now. If anything, there's unoccupied or abandoned, which is why I chose this term to be specific to those that are living in occupied homes.
If I can add, Mayor, yeah, it was actually a good attempt on your.
Hey, I tried, man. I'm not part of the firm
bad,
yet.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say, so City Council's aware, and the public's aware. There's a lot of protections built in for people from condemnation anyway. Even if you know, whether or not you want to give it, they have rights. And actually, so I was involved with Jim Martinez on the Nuevo Tanks when it was originally going through it. And you guys were correct. So we didn't even get to filing any condemnations because there was a deal worked out with every single landowner. And actually, they have more rights up front because they can ask for things. They can ask for certain things or move certain things around, or, you know, on that one, electric lines were relocated to the other side of the road. They were redone. There was easements the city needed. People wanted different, you know.
I think a stoplight was involved, right?
The stoplight was involved.
They just wanted a stoplight somewhere.
They wanted to cut out in the medians in certain places, and so, you know, the city worked with every single owner on that land, you know, and so there was 0 condemnations filed. State of Texas is also very protective of landowners, like we were talking about the petitions, that things are automatic in certain situations. They have a landowner's bill of rights, and the city has to give it to them and explain the rights that they have before they even do anything. And so, and you have to offer people, just so you know, again, if it ever gets to condemnation, just fair compensation, market value, they can contest it, the owners, you know, and so it's not meant to be a process that really, you know, not a good term, but railroading people and just taking property. You can't do that in the U.S. or especially in Texas. So there's a lot of protections built in, you know, and the city has to follow it. And if the city misses steps and does a condemnation improperly, they have to go back and redo the whole thing all over again. And the state of Texas actually oversees. They want to see what the city's sending out to Did you send out the correct letters? Did you send out correct notices? If you didn't, you have to go back and redo everything. So there's a whole built-in process. It's not an overnight thing, just so you guys can feel assured that there is some kind of orderly process to it.
So in basic English, like Mr. Navarez said earlier, if we approve to limit, we take those rights away to, you know, no, not those rights away. I don't know the proper verbiage for it. Would they be limited to if in the event something were to happen, would, that the state would come in, would it limit
No, so I think
those conversations where, yes, I give you, I don't?
No,
or-
no. So I think the intent here is that you are going to try, right, if there has to be land acquisition, you will still be able to negotiate. However, they're limiting that if you're not able to reach a agreement, that you will not do eminent domain. You're limiting your powers to having to go in there and forcefully buy them and say, we're gonna do this because it's for the greater good. You're limiting those type of powers. But I think the intent here is just not, right, the land acquisition is still available, just they're not looking to go after eminent domain and getting people out of their homes. I think that's what the intent of this resolution.
No, yes, I know. Thank you for clarifying, and I do understand that portion. I just, do you understand where I'm coming from?
I think
completely understand
what your question is by passing the resolution, does that protect our residents from other entities such as the state or federal government from coming in and acting on
Exactly.
eminent domain?
Pretty much.
No, but they also have to follow the same process that we would have to follow for land acquisition, which would be consulting with all interested parties, also to include residents or any of those affected. Similar to what we're doing right now with the NEPA process, the environmental study that's taking place, that is federal law that we have to abide by. And any funding that comes from the federal government has to adhere to those policies and procedures and those steps in order for land acquisition to even become an option for a city, local municipality government at any level to take people's land for public use. Correct?
That's right.
All right.
Thank you for the clarifications.
Okay, so no further discussion on this item? There was a motion, and there was no second, though I have a second. There was a motion and a second?
Yes, correct, Mayor.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? No? Okay, that motion carries. And I think now we can go ahead and read the resolution.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Socorro, Texas, that states the City Council's intention to limit the use of eminent domain. Whereas City Council desires to express its intention that the use of power of eminent domain with regard to the demolition of residential properties and land acquisition for the construction of arterial highways or to benefit a private developer solely for a private economic development project having no other public purpose is contrary to principles of sound government. And whereas, to reassure the residents of Socorro of the City Council's position in this regard, we put forth our intention not to authorize the use of eminent domain for demolishing residential properties, nor acquiring land for the purpose of arterial highways, or by a private developer solely for a private economic development project having no other public purpose in a residentially zoned area. And whereas, before authorizing the use of eminent domain in connection with any redevelopment project in a commercial or industrial zoning district, the city will first seek the partnership of local interests in areas contemplated for redevelopment and will proceed only with the concurrence of substantial numbers of the affected parties, or, if necessary, to eliminate conditions that the City Council considers to be harmful to the public's welfare. Whereas, while no existing requests for proposals state that the city will authorize the use of eminent domain, nonetheless, any such requests for proposals shall be deemed amended to exclude use of eminent domain except as stated herein. And whereas the city has not previously used and will not in the future use its power of eminent domain to blight residential property for arterial highways or solely for private economic development purposes. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Socorro, Texas, as follows. Section 1. The City Council will not grant occupied homes to be demolished or residential property acquired for arterial highways to be constructed, nor a private developer the use of eminent domain in a residential district solely for a private economic development project. Section 2. The City Council will consider amending the City of Socorro, Texas Home Rule Charter to protect any private rights of all Socorro, Texas residents. Section 3. The City Council pledges to partner with our state representatives to seek equitable legislation that would create a level playing field for all Socorro property owners. This resolution, adopted by the City Council of the City of Socorro, Texas, El Paso County, Texas, on the 7th day of August in the year 2025.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to agenda item. Do we have any items for discussion on 37, 38, or 39? I believe just 40, correct?
No, yeah, I have nothing for 37 through 39.
Okay, can we get a motion to delete items 37, 38, and 39?
Motion to delete items 37, 38, and 39.
Second.
There's been a motion to delete items 37, 38, and 39. And we're going to adjourn the meeting, and then we're going to go into executive.
No, no.
I tried. Okay. So there's no more items for discussion in open session. The last item that we're going to discuss is agenda.
So we need
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
motion to move
Motion
into
and second.
executive.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed or abstain? That motion carries. We have one item for discussion in executive session, and that'll be the final item for discussion this evening. There's no more items for open session. I appreciate your all's attendance.
Mayor, so we do need a motion to move into executive?
Okay.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second to go into executive session at 8:21 PM. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed or abstain? Okay, we'll now go ahead and go into executive session at 8:22. We're back in regular session at 8:27 PM. Agenda item number 40. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to suspend the gas rate increase for 90 days by the Texas Gas Service for review.
Second.
Is there any,
Councilman Wambati, and I'm filling in for Jim Martinez, I'm the attorney for the city of Socorro. This item, Texas Gas Service Company is asking to increase the gas rates. They filed an application on June 30th. My recommendation to the city is to suspend gas rates, an increase in the gas rates for 90 days. The city's a regulatory authority that has that power to do so. They file this application, it'll end up in the Texas Railroad Commission in Austin. Other municipalities are also going through this right now locally, and also reviewing the rates, and they're going through the similar steps. These cases are incredibly complex. They're asking all the consumers for $41.1 million. That's across 3 different service areas. It extends well past the West Texas, all the way down to South Texas. Texas Gas Service is not here locally. They're out of Dallas, they're out of Oklahoma. And so it's, they have an ability to reach an agreement with the city within these 90 days as well if they want to. But this item will be back before the city for review again. And we need to do it actually within 90 days.
Okay.
And I believe that's it for now, Ken. If you have any questions, please.
thank you. There's no further discussion on the table.
Nope.
There's been a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? That motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
There's a motion and second to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The meeting adjourns at 8:30 PM. Thank you and have a good night.
Good night.